teach you. I could defeat you with two hands tied and have you waking in the hospital like, who am I? And who are you? Who are they? What is this? You wouldn't believe how someone react to this shit. The mind slips, and speaking in tongues. Fly ink, GVA, that's how we get it done. 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 Fly ink, GVA, that's how we get it done.
All right. Well, hey everybody. It's been a little while since I kind of got into this, but yeah, it's just been a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff going on. Hold on. Let me just... Anywho. Yeah, it's been a busy week or two here. Just been getting a lot of stuff done for Panda Cult, turning in things for China for production, which of course I'm getting asked 1,000 questions about, so that's always great. Besides that, just had a migraine that kind of got in the way, and handling Panda Cult things kind of stopped me up, but as of right now, I'm in pretty good position to start getting back into it. So I believe today I'll start working on LaCluck. Now, as you guys can kind of see, LaCluck is already she's got a lot of color on her, but this is just kind of a rough estimate. This is we actually got a big statue of this one up and running from a friend of ours who does 3D printing, and our wonderful painter Elizabeth Beckley, who does amazing work, is going to paint a 11-inch version of this for conventions and stuff, which is pretty cool. Anyways, I figured I would just continue kind of working on what I got. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than how I normally work, because this is just rough work, or rough line art. And, you know, there's some adjustments and some little tweaks that need to be made, but they will be made indeed. Anyways, hold on a split second. Oop. Nope. Whoop. Let me do something here real quick. I forgot to stream to Facebook, which makes me a monster. Hold on a split second. Oh, this is always fun. Wow, alright, this is a lot more complicated than I thought initially. I believe I'm Livestream 12? There we go. Great. Alright. Just need to make a little tweak, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, today I'm working on LaClucks. Sorry about me being off the radar for a little bit. Just had a lot of stuff with Panda Cult and other things going on. Had a migraine one of those days. That was cute. Almost have one today, which is, again, cute. But no, today I'm working on the Fearsome Pirate Captain LaCluck. So finally getting a chance to do this. After we designed the title logo and did a little beta testing, I figured it was about time. Start working on Disbad Girl. So this has originally got some color on it from just kind of a color test I did with John and Liz. And if you guys don't know, Liz is our miniature painter, and Jonathan is my business partner at Panda Cult Games. We actually have a friend who makes 3D models, or does 3D printing. She printed a 11-inch version of this 3D model we've got, which is still insane to me. So this is a quick color test to get the colors down so that they could work on it. But I am going to probably use this short term. It's a little bit messy, it's a little bit rough, but I figure once I get the line art down, I can actually make some pretty quick adjustments. First thing I'm going to do is get some dark colors in here so I can do some of that line art here. Oh, also, I'd be mistaken if I didn't say like, subscribe, share, post, spread the word. You know, I'd love to get more people talking about it and commenting and saying stuff and all that jazz. It'd be rad. But short term, this is more of me documenting kind of the work process, so I'm fine with it. But, you know, more popular. It's always good. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, share, etc., etc. I got a channel on YouTube under my username, fullyfully1234, and you know, still working on getting subscriptions so I can get a custom URL. Woo! Also, beyond that, I've also got Instagram at ArtofHF, and I'm also on Twitch at Heathosaurus Art, HEATHASAURUS Art. Yeah, anyways, like I said, LaCluck, let's do it. It is time to get a Conti brush out, because this is how I like working for Wander. Okay, so normally I'd be painting over really clean, crisp color work and then filling in the gaps afterwards. But today I'm doing something a little bit different. Oh Lord. Because this is already a pre-colored thing, I'm just going to launch into doing the line work and then filling in afterwards. Which, who knows, may actually be pretty efficient. I think LaCluck will be fun to work on. Also feels good to draw too, man. It has been, feels like a while since I've gotten a chance to. The funds of running a business. But the good news is LaCluck is underway, which is nice. Or not LaCluck, Shovel Knight is underway. Not gonna lie, getting that thing out was a trial, but we did it, which is great. Let's see. Nice, not bad. Actually, I think I do want to. That. I'm just doing a lot of thick to thin. Oh, sup, Russ? Thanks for tuning in, bud. Dude, are you excited about your druid squirrel? We gotta make that happen. It's too good of an idea. Me and the boys, we were talking about D&D and character ideas and a couple other things. I think we may start trying to do a campaign so soon. Hopefully that goes down. Don't hold me to it, though. And we're all coming up with like ridiculous, like B-list adventure ideas. Like a druid that turns into a squirrel. That's rad. That's it. Not an elk. Not some other type of animal. None of that business. Too fancy. Did I do a line over here? I didn't, but I will now. Actually, that's a lot of that coat. Let's see. I think I actually made the hat red too on the cover. What's black here? Yeah, I'll figure it out. Everything's fine. It's all fine. I'm sure someone will make a comment about it at some point or another, and I will be ready. I think the amount of times you're actually working on artwork and people just assume that you're doing things on purpose. Yeah, definitely not the case. I screw up a lot. You just kind of go, yep, you got me. Yep, I think it's time for gold now. Okay. Drawing circles. Come on, come on. There we go. We'll do a big old fat line here. Got a steady hand today, that's nice. That's not always a guarantee, but it's a nice thing when you have it. Let's see, what else is gold? Her giant belt buckle. And we're gonna do this doohickey here. I'm sure there's a very technical name for it. I cannot think of it right now. I'm liking how kind of big and bold these lines are. So with LaClucks, we're trying to do something a little different. In the original Wander, it was very animals and armor doing things, and it was great. Obviously, we had a really, really, really great turnout to it. The difference is, with LaClucks is, since I worked on Wander, I mean, in all the different variations of it, I've worked for a couple of other clients too, and I've noticed one of my favorite things about miniatures and miniature designs is when they get freaking ridiculous. Big shapes, giant swords, giant caricatures. I always thought it was really neat. So with LaClucks, we're trying to do a bit more of that. You know, go big, see how it turns out. And we'll see. We'll see if it pays off. So all the shapes, all the line work, all that stuff is going to be a little bit bigger and bolder with some nicer renderings. So I'm hopeful. I'm digging this music. It's funky. So a little battle damage on here. Nice. We'll add what I like to call the WoW triangle here. I love a ton of the designs from World of Warcraft. They do have a pretty concrete theme though going on with a lot of their stuff. lot of that design theme is big chunky shapes. Alright, let's see where else. The rim of the hat, and then a lot of this stuff on the gun. You know what? I feel like there would need to be just a little bit. I do not think that is a straight circle at all. Alright, we're gonna do a quick little adjustment here. Oh. Oh yeah, there's still more bits. All right, let's see what we got next, shall we? So I'm going to, you know what? Those things just always go to black anyways. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll do a layer onto this. right. Alright, I need to go. Oof. Not a fan when they start talking. That's any music when I'm working too. It's not just people. Well, sometimes it's people. Just depends on the day. All right. You know, it can't be a good fantasy sword unless it's got notches in it. So that's how these things work. Actually, I need to be going from this angle. Because eventually... Nice. See if I can do this in one go. I doubt it, but it's always fun to try. Nice. Almost did it. Nothing like a giant pirate sword. Let me remove tiny skosh there. Nice. Oh, it's a belt. Yep. Wrong layer. That's fine. Okay, if I remember right. Okay. kerchief here. Oh. Hello, Mr. Snow Yak Thelsund Painter. There's just a lot of stuff to read, man. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Just working on LaClucks today. Sorry if it's been a couple of days. I was explaining earlier, typically the only reason I can get real distracted like that is if it's Panda Cult stuff, and it was Panda Cult stuff. Yeah, migraine. Always fun. Bit tired, but good. Aren't we all? Especially right now with how everything's going on in the world. It's a bit wily. Oh man, I missed something. Oh man, nothing like a soft piano music to make you think immediately about, I don't know, for me it reminds me of when I was in high school. We were painting a door for a school play. Shocker, I was an art club. But yeah, those were good times. I just remember one day it started. We had a, oh, that is not red. Yee. That's a fix. That's an easy fix. Okay. All right. Okay, we're just gonna take that little chunk here, and we're gonna colorize it. Nice. Isn't that the best, man? When you get a song that comes on that's just kind of perfect to help you with your mood. Not sure many things can beat that. Yeah, this reminds me of when I was in high school, and we were painting a set for, I can't remember, it was a play. There's something with ships involved. That's all I remember, really. I'm sure someone out there can correct me about that pretty quick. But I remember it was raining one day, and it was kind of amazing because our auditorium in high school had a kind of metal, kind of tin roof, So when it rained, I mean, it really, you heard it. There was no mistaking it. But when it did, man, it was the most peaceful thing ever. Like, to this day, I still have a hard time trying to find something that's more peaceful than that. The cool thing was, too, it wasn't just, you know, peaceful good times being had. It was also a lady who was practicing playing piano for the play, and she was very good at it, but something about her playing piano and the rain and all that stuff, it all just kind of added up into this like magic peaceful time. Yeah, man, it was pleasant. I think I messed up a little bit. Oh Lord, it's fine. Everything's fine. So the way it would work if everything was cinched here was everything would come there. Yep, that looks better. All right, so I'm gonna pull out a trick. Hold on a second, let me find it. Is this it? Yes. Nice. Alright. I'm going to pull a little trick here because this worked really well the last time I did it. Alright, so one of the fun challenges of working on LaClucks is all this fire. So it's not really fire, it's ghost fire, but it plays a pretty significant role in the gameplay, so it's kind of important to get right, and luckily on the logo I had a chance to work on some stuff for it. Oh, thanks man, appreciate it. Favorite animal is a donkey. Your favorite animal? That's the first time anyone's ever said their favorite animal is a donkey. That's incredible. Typically people are like tigers and stuff, but you're like, nah man, donkeys. They're legit. That's cool, man. I dig it. You know, I have heard donkeys are smart. Stubborn, for real. Smart. Okay, no lie. If I was an animal, I'd probably be a donkey. I'd like to think I'd be a cute little red panda or something, but no, I'd be a donkey. Because I'm smart, typically pretty relaxed, generally nice, but I'm stubborn as hell. This is Jonathan, he knows. Actually, just kidding, don't ask him. I don't need his opinion on that. All right, let's see. Your mind of Cluck has been more chicken and not so human. Do you mean in the sense of like body type overall? Like more chicken or more... Because like, you know, everything in Wander is very humanoid. I'm glad you're fine with how she looks, because she ain't changing, son. I'm just kidding, that's very vindictive. Yeah, this is actually round 2 or 3 of working on her. Originally I had a version of her where she was a lot shorter and squatter, but she looked like a dude. And she still kind of looks like a dude, but that's fine. She's a awesome sea captain. She doesn't have to look like anything if she doesn't want to. Yeah, it is an aggressive body type, but you know, that was done partially on purpose. See, the problem is, oh lord, whew. Oh, thanks for following, Ford. Awesome. God, that scared the crap out of me. I guess I'll never not know if someone's not following me. Good lord. Oh, the tree frog one. Yeah, that's Talia. She was a lot of fun to come up with. Whew. Scared the living crap out of me. Almost had a heart attack. I've got to find a way to gentle that up. It's okay, man. Don't worry about that. Not your fault. It's 100% my fault. Literally, I didn't have something set up right, and it just screamed at me. Nualia. You know, that's not a bad name. Nualia. Yeah, fun fact, Talia is actually the name of one of our friends' grandmothers who we wanted to kind of celebrate. She's not dead. She's very alive and doing really well. It's just she's an awesome person. So we're like, you know what? We're going to name a character after you. And then we're going to enshrine them in plastic. It's kind of weird to think that you could probably put something in plastic and it'll last longer than concrete or anything. Sweet. Appreciate it, man. Well, don't get yourself in trouble, but, you know, always appreciate the extra company and people watching. Just sitting here listening to chill tunes, drawing LaCluck. Talking to Mr. Snowyak about donkeys. That's awesome. I don't know why that entertains me so much. You know, a lot of people say elephants. Elephants are their favorite animal. I can't just think that elephants got good publishers. You know what? I want to do a little... Elephants got good publishers. Actually, speaking of fun animals, one of my favorites. Oh, I get that, Ford. It happens to me all the time. Tell you what, one of my favorite animals is the frogmouth bird, the patoo bird. Mainly because they look like creepy idiots. They got big yellow eyes and are generally pretty adorable looking. And the funny thing is you know, they always look very awkward. But then I saw a photo of them during the day, and they are like at night, because of the reflections in their eyes when people take photos of them, their eyes light up like yellow, and they look cute and it's adorable. And then people were taking photos of them. Yeah, dude, do you see it? They're creepy. Well, they're fun. Like, they're kind of awkward, but then you see like a couple photos of them. They're also called frogmouth birds. Terrifying. Like, if I walked into my room and one of those opened their mouths at me, I'd run screaming. Which is just part of their lovely charm. Don't worry, Mr. Patoo Bird. I'm sure someone loves you. Alright. That's a lot of flame. Wow, I didn't realize how much line work there was that was just flame. You know. In Dutch, they're called owl night swallow. Wow, that's a complicated name. Owl night swallow. It's cool though. Is that like the literal translation of it? I'm assuming in Dutch it's not literally they go, oh look, the owl night swallow. Although, not gonna lie, I'd be highly entertained. That is a funny thing about language. If you don't have a word for it, you just... Like, I've noticed a lot of language. Like, I studied German for a couple of years. I noticed that if they don't have a word for it, they just kind of combine words and hope it works, which I think is great. I wish we did more of that in the English language, even though our language is freaking ridiculous. Yeah, man, no reason not to. It makes sense. Like, I remember a couple years ago when the whole, like, renaming animals thing came into play. Like, people were calling snakes danger noodles and raccoons trash pandas. It's like, dude, other countries have been doing this for years. We're just now catching up. Do you have a favorite glued together word from your language? Well, let me rephrase that. You may not have, it may be completely legitimate in Dutch, but in English, you know, we're a bunch of Neanderthals when it really comes down to it. So I don't assume that we have the right way of saying things, but if you got another stitched together word, I would love to hear them, or hear what the stitched together phrase is. Reminds me of that Mitch Hedberg bit where he talks about guys naming stuff in kitchens. What's that? That's a thing that refrigerates. Well, I'm going to call it a refrigerator. What's that? Hoog slapper? Okay, pardon me. Is it Hoog slaper or Hoog slapper? I'm guessing it's Hoog slaper. Yes. I can't wait to figure out what this is. It means this is a magical time for me. Yeah, only problem with the stream is it's kind of a one-man show. Oh. Interesting. It's the name for a raised bed on longer legs. So you would say a youth? Oh, so that's something that's probably common in like college or university. Oh. Am I getting an impromptu? Yes. High sleeper. That's incredible. Yes. In the US, we'd call that like a raised twin long bed or raised bunk bed or something like that. High sleeper? Are you kidding me? I could see them selling that right now. Do you like sleeping? Do you like being high? Well, I mean, that's a whole different... I know, it sounds boring, man. It's America. We suck. Yeah, I could totally see that, though. Like, hey, do you like sleep? Do you like being high? Well, guess what? Get the high sleeper. Then again, saying, do you like being high is a whole nother loaded comment right there. If there's any kids tuning in, I'm talking about height specifically, that's all. Do not have an angry parent sue me. It's a high sleeper. That's incredible. I'm very happy about that. Sorry, I'm still stuck on that. This is the high sleeper. This is the low sleeper. This is the medium sleeper. Oh god, this is so bright. The high sleeper. Again, like I was talking about with that Mitch Hedberg bit. It's like, what is this? It's a toaster. What does it do? It toasts. Nice. What is this? Refrigerator. What does it do? It refrigerates. Nice. Then again, I think if you name a kitchen device as simply as possible, it's a lot harder to screw up how to use it. For example, blender. Kind of hard to mess up. Put stuff in there. Hit button. Blend. It's when you get complicated names that it gets troublesome. We have an Instapot. It's amazing, but God help me if I have any idea of how to use it. You know what? I'm going to do darker for a tongue. It looks like I'm making a neon sign. Your refrigerator's called a cool closet? Dude. I'm so excited about it. Holy crap. I need to get some cow water out of the cool closet. Why doesn't everyone speak like this? It'd be so much more efficient and hilarious. Reminds me of... Did cow water get you? I need the cow water out of the cool closet. I need the solidified cow water out of the cool closet. Oh, that made me so happy. Cow water. This live stream was brought to you by Cow Water. Come on down and try the cow water. We promise you won't get a disease from it. Corporate sponsor, milk. Alright, actually, here's a good question. Do you guys sell them in bags, or do you sell them in physical cartons? Because I know in Canada they sell them in bags. Sorry, I didn't mean this to turn... Yeah, milk in bags, right? So Canada sells milk in bags, and apparently we're super freak... Okay, normal milk cartons. Alright, so you guys are civilized. Got it. I'm just kidding. Like, I can't... God, our entire country's burning. Yeah. Normal milk cartons. God-fearing milk cartons, you might say. No, yeah, the Canadians, they sell them in bags, which makes just as much sense to me as a milk carton. It's like, as long as the thing's freaking sealed, you know, it's not like it's going to be exploding out of there or anything. Yeah, that's too much. Why do Canadians drink out of bags? Dude, it's like, why do Americans refrigerate their eggs? Fun things you never think about until they actually happen. Someone told me at some point, they're like, you refrigerate eggs? That doesn't make any sense. Then I looked it up and figured out, like, you didn't necessarily have to, and I was just like, this is blowing my freaking mind. The fun things you learn as an adult. Also, this is going swimmingly. I didn't imagine I'd be making this much progress this fast on this thing. Like, sometimes finishing line work on a piece like this is... it can be tumultuous. It can be a bit of a chore, but it's going pretty smooth here. Maybe because I'm talking about milk and bags and donkeys. And cool closets. That's just awesome. Hey, what's that? It's my closet, man. What's that? That's my cooler closet. What? Yeah, that's where we keep the cow milk. It's in a bag. Oh man, I have Canadian friends. I should ask some questions. They've tuned in before. You never know. Well, yeah, I mean, a thin plastic bag to contain milk, I'm assuming is a little bit more cost efficient. Oh, interesting. All right. Oh, come on, man. I just want chill music. I don't want people saying stuff while I'm doing this. Questions from people in the chat, that's totally legit. But the second people start talking, that throws me off. Milk in a bag. Interesting. Yeah, you're welcome. Artists aren't just here to draw pretty things. We're also here to educate people about weird stuff. Like, Canadians have milk in bags. The Dutch call refrigerators cool closets. Or high beds. And just so you know, man, I'm not making fun of that at all. I think it's an incredible thing. Like, I'm envious that we do not do that here. It'd be so much of a better world if we could just call things like, hey, can you grab me that from the cool closet? Actually, as a matter of fact, you'd appreciate this. My wife, Emily, who, so we moved in with each other about 2 years ago. Out of wedlock, I know. Oh, nice. That's cool. He's gonna learn so many fun phrases. But when in the early stages of dating my wife, well, then girlfriend, now wife, there was one point where I had to get up to use the restroom, and I don't know why for the life of me. But I was just trying to be cute and have some fun, and I was like, I gotta get up and use, and I was gonna say the restroom, but for some reason I decided for the alternative phrase, poop cave. I'm gonna go use the poop cave. Cool closet, cow milk, poop cave, right? So I say poop cave, and you know, I expect the response to be like, oh my god, what? This angel of a woman, this creature from above, swooped in and said, poop cave? It was incredible. It was incredible. She just went with it. So, to this day, we have a sign above our bathroom in our house that I hand painted that says poop cave. And has little pictures of either of us. Dude, she is an absolute keeper. I married the crap out of her. Girls that cuddle, girls that compliment? Nah, get you a girl that's going to scream poop cave. That is the true blue winner. Man, this is coming along. All right. Let me see. So, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of want to do a little bit of this. It's drumstick peg leg time. A lesson for young men everywhere out there. Also, I just said young men. I'm officially ancient because of that phrase. A lesson to young men dating out there. Get you a girl who says poop cave. Because they are guaranteed going to be way more fun. Ooh, alright. I'm only 30. I'm turning 34 in July, so I can't say I'm that old. I just feel old, especially right now, with all the corona madness going on. I feel like this year, and I mean up to this day, It's prematurely aged pretty much everyone I know in some way, shape, or form. It's you know, it's one of those fun things. It's those damn kids in their youth. I'm just kidding. I'm glad. I am ecstatic to be my age. I'm pretty sure I was like a 30 to 40-year-old dude trapped in like a teenager / 20-year-old's body perpetually. Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. Congrats. Well, I know New Zealand just announced that they beat it too, which is pretty freaking awesome. We're I'm gonna take a guess. We're nowhere close. And you know, we obviously had protests for very good reasons in the U.S. here, but that is going to jettison our numbers into the stratosphere again, which is unfortunate, but you know. Yeah, see New Zealand beat it, and I know Japan is doing pretty well with how they handled it too. Or so I heard. They may just be lying. That is a very possible point. Nice. Off-road biking. Rad. I'm not gonna lie, man. I got up from the... So, like, before the wedding, my wife and I were working out hardcore every day, every chance we could get. Now it's like I gained 8 pounds and am breathing heavy to get to the couch, so... So good on you for off-road biking. We live in the middle of a city, so sometimes fitness is a little challenging. And there's no way in hell we're going to a gym, so... Oh wait, did I just clear it? Oh yeah, I did. Alright. Take off line work. Alright. I think we're ready for eventually having a reveal. Alright. Now, I'm going to do a little trick. $18 by 30 kilometers. Wow. Nice. I live in the biggest city in the south of America, Atlanta, Georgia. So, I mean, we've got mountains about an hour and a half away, and we've got a bike trail around the city and a couple other things. It's not a lack of availability. We're just being lazy bastards and not doing it. That's cool, man. Do you like living on an island? I mean... Oh. Well, don't come now. Do not come now. Now's a bad time in the U.S. Oh, wow. I missed the mark there. That's all right. I'll figure it out. U.S. is all right. Everything except a hospital. You'd figure that's kind of the one thing you kind of really need. But also, I feel like I could say much here. We have hospitals, but it's almost not worth going because you're going to get charged an arm and a leg. Which is actually ironic because you may lose an arm and a leg in the process of waiting to get into the hospital. But much. Nothing like that. Healthcare. Oh, that's good. It's cool, man. I could see enjoying living on an island. I feel like it would... You kind of have to force yourself to get out and do things and have your own fun, and in that it can be enjoyable. Plus, not to mention the kind of tight community you can get in that too. Sounds like it'd be nice. Oh no. Bit laid back. You know, that is a magical thing that is tragically underrated. Being somewhere that's laid back. I need a damn vacation. Oof, that got his whole head. Okay. Why did that just get his whole head? Oh, hold on. That's probably why. Yay, I fixed it. Yeah, that's freaking true. I actually got married in February and did not get a honeymoon. And my wife and I are fine. You know, we're both adults. We understand the situation really well, but doesn't mean it doesn't suck a little bit. We want our vacation just like everyone else. Wisconsin, you know, Wisconsin's a good place. Gets a little cold. I mean, if you're used to that, then that's a fantastic thing. Wisconsin's pretty rad. My sister-in-law's brother actually lived in Wisconsin for a while. If you like beer, cheese, cold weather, and a good kind of like forest, mountainy region, then it's a great place. One of the cool things is that, like, if you've got some kind of visual, like some kind of climate you like, more likely than not, the US has probably got it floating around somewhere. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I'm sticking to it. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna say though is if you go there, oh god, computer, calm down. I'm gonna say if you go there, prepare to eat your weight in cheese and beer. That's what my buddy said. And America wonders why it has an obesity problem. Now, my wife and I were going to take a honeymoon to Ireland, actually. We were really excited about it. And then everything exploded. So you can guess that we kind of pumped the brakes on that move. She actually spent some time out there as a student, so we're hoping it'll be fun and get a chance to go back out there and do that. Nice. Yeah, I mean, we got a like grand tour around a lot of the island, so we're gonna stay in a castle. There's this guy that owns a privately owned castle in Ireland. Oh god. I wish I had better breakdown of the regions of Ireland. I'm an idiot. I know we're gonna start in Dublin, and we're gonna start rooting down towards the southwest, and then we're gonna make our way up to. I mean, we're literally like making a loop around the island, starting like on this on Dublin, and then heading south, southwest, then north, then east. Like I want to see. Oh yeah, yeah. We're definitely planning on heading over to the Midwest and having some fun. Kind of not a big point to go there right now, though, with all the pubs closed. It's not that we're big drinkers, but I feel like that's part of that whole experience, is going to a pub in Ireland, experiencing it. I may be wrong. Who knows? Yeah. Oh yeah, we have plans. We're absolutely going to visit a pub. My wife is adorable. She mentioned she wants to go to Belfast to visit some Titanic stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know about. It's like I feel like there's a lot of things we could do instead of visit the Titanic Museum in Belfast, but maybe that's just me. Need to? All right. Do I need to visit a pub, or do I need to visit the Titanic Museum in Belfast? Ooh. A pub. Alright, yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think many people are like, oh yeah, the Titanic Museum, that's just 100%. Or as you guys would call it, the boat sinking building history place. Oh man, that's too much fun. You're a good sport, buddy. I appreciate it. God, this is going super fast. I may just work this way from now on. Yeah, what the hell was I doing before? This is an epic moment. I'm thinking about changing my working pattern, because this is so freaking fast. Alright. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Nice. Does it have the same color? No, of course it's not. Why would it be? Yeah, all I know is I want to see the basalt columns. Basalt columns, we're also going to go see the cagey fields, see whatever castles we can while we can. All I know is we're not going to see the Blarney Stone. Like, Blarney Castle, maybe, but the Blarney Stone, after I heard the locals pee on it at night, I was like, I'm okay. I'm alright. I wonder how many other wonderful historical sites in Ireland people pee on. That's probably a great touristy question. Oh, the Giant's Causeway, yeah. We're like, we planned our trip, and because I wanted to stay in a castle one of these nights, because, you know, it's our honeymoon, we're going to go crazy. Because I wanted to stay in a castle one of those nights. We, like, my wife was willing to do it, but it was going to turn us into, like, a 16-hour... Almost 60, actually no, it's going to be a 12-hour driving day one of those days. And I was just like, that's brutal, but it's going to be worth it. But now I think because everything's been shifted, we can plan it out a little bit better. The basalt columns, man, there's something about it. They're magical to me. They just look neat. Oh yeah, These little leather patches. I know myself well enough. I'm going to use similar colors for things, and boom. Oh, it's darker. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we got this, this, is that. Progress is being made and I enjoy it. Oh, I really want to go to Ireland. We're going to do it next year. Actually, I think we're going to do it for a 1-year anniversary, which is kind of sad but appropriate in this day and age. See, the problem we're having here is that we have... Yeah, dude, do you? Lurk away. The problem we're having here is that people aren't respecting the fact that there is an actual, virus out there that could infect and damage and hurt people. And if we all just were a little bit more respectful about it, we could nip this thing in the butt. But just not the way it's rolling right now. It is a little sad to watch. Like, I got family members going to, like, wanting to take vacations in super, what is it? Super infected places, like Florida. And they're asking me to come along, and I'm just like, guys, this thing isn't over. It's still going on. And Florida was one of the first places to open up beaches, like... Forgive me, I've been watching a lot of Letterkenny recently. I don't know if you know that show or not, but... It's fun. It's Canadian. But yeah, they say hard pass a lot on there, which is wonderful. Let me see. I'm digging this rapid fire progress. Let me see. Oh, that's spooky. Nice. It's always fun to see a piece start coming together. Oh, and for anyone tuning in, because I record these and put them up on YouTube too, make sure you guys like, subscribe, post, share, whatever you gotta do. Let more people know I draw cool stuff, and I would enjoy it if they ask me questions, because obviously we've learned some amazing things today. We've learned that the Dutch call refrigerators, it is nice to see. Well, I mean, if you're a miniature painter, you know for a fact, too. Oh, God. Minis, when minis start coming together, oof. Like we can start doing washes and stuff on them. Depends on your level of painting, as a matter of fact. But once you can start putting, like, get your base layers down, then you put a nice wash and you see it start to take some form. You can throw on a highlight or two. Oof. Yeah, anyways. So make sure, guys, to like, subscribe, share, comment, post, whatever. I love hearing about it. I love talking about it. I'm on YouTube as Foley1234. I load up all these streams, so if you caught a little bit of it and you want to catch up on the tail end of it, you can always go to my YouTube page, which my username is Foley1234. I just title everything Livestream1234, and then whatever I'm working on. I'm also on Instagram as Art of HF, Facebook is Art of HF, and what else am I on? Oh yeah, Twitch, Heathosaurus Art, HEATHASAURUSART. Gotta plug myself when I can. All right. I believe I have a little bit more of this to go. The cool closet. Educational moments brought to you by talking to people from all around the planet. It's freaking awesome. Yes. All right. Gonna peel this up. Nice. That is a solid looking pirate chicken lord. Although I gotta do a little bit of adjustment on a couple of things. Yeah, as a creative type, I've learned the older I've gotten that seeing something, because the problem is when you're a young artist. Oh, thanks, Ford. Appreciate it. The problem is when you're a younger artist and you're not so confident in your work, you get really hung up on the details, especially the early stages. All art pieces have an ugly stage. Even miniatures, even sculpting, every single stage of art has an ugly stage. If it doesn't, you're not doing it right. But part of that ugly stage is learning and getting through it. Oh yeah, look at these creepy eyes. But the older you get, the more you kind of get over that whole concept of like getting so worried about the ugly stage. You remember to take enjoyment in the actual process of drawing and of creating and of the satisfaction of eventually putting something together. It doesn't have to be perfect, no. I'll tell you honestly, most of the time, I just chill and don't worry about it as much as I used to, especially when I was younger. And I really enjoy the process a bit more. And when I was younger, I was really worked up about trying to like prove myself with every single little piece and throwing every detail humanly possible into every single little thing I was doing, and it was good, just became exhausting. Now it's like I'm gonna draw fun, big, ridiculous, dynamic shapes and hope it pans out. And so far it has. Alright, let me see. We have got all our colors in, which is pretty rad. Man, I'm proud of this. This one's going to turn out into a great piece once I'm eventually done with it. So what I eventually want to do is work in these colors to it. This light blue into this medium blue into this purple. I think I'm going to be able to do that. But it's going to be like the further out it gets from the core of the body, the darker it gets. So we'll see how that looks. I'm gonna do this. New layer. And we are going for a big soft brush. Sometimes I'm bummed. Sometimes I realize I can't. Well, I kind of could if I wanted to. But there's a lot of times I would almost prefer just to leave a piece in like the simple coloring stage, just because it's so fun and dynamic. Like where LaCluck is right now is almost perfect, just because it's so cartoony and animated looking. Alright, let's do this and select this out. Let me see. You know, I think I'm only going to do one thing here. Let's see how this works. Let's see. Yeah. That's nice. Alright, what did I do on the chest? I can't even remember. I did nothing on the chest. Actually, I think what would be cool is if I selected this little section out. Maybe I just kind of almost keep shadows away from where her heart would be. Yep, that looks cool. I'm on board. And we're going to do another layer, and we are going to do purple now. Actually, first things first. Ooh. Heart round. That's weird. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's where I screwed up. It's like, why is that little creepy eye not glowing right? Nope, we're going to delete that. We're going to make a new layer. Alright, let's see how this goes. Just want a little hint. You know those super soft tunes? Alright, let's see. Yeah, this is looking really freaking cool. I'm very happy with this so far. We're gonna get rid of this old layer because I don't think I need it anymore. So here's the other trick I want to try. is let's get this like super saturated blue. Image adjustments, use saturation, colorize, saturate the living crap out of it, and lighten the living crap out of it. There we go. All right. So the idea is, if I can pull it off, let's do a soft gradient from where it's going out to the hands and stuff. All up in her face, should be fine. I'm even going to give a little, like, those bits where it starts turning purple. Oh, no. Eh. You know what? I like this. And I think I can sacrifice doing it here. Yep, I think that is solid. That's a creepy looking bird. Alright, well, I think... Oh, wait, no, I want to do something. Because, of course, why don't I? And I'm planning on... So the game plan is I'm going to integrate flames and stuff like this into the design as it currently stands. Get out of here. And I'm going to integrate them into her arms and into her face and into her head here because I think it's a really cool effect. I think it'll eventually pay off. But I think she looks like a ghost that's also on fire, which is kind of what the whole goal was. But then I'll add texturing and I'll make the coat all dirty and I'll just make her look like a patched up undead mess. It's very clean and crisp right now, though. You know what? We're gonna just... Oh no, my totally unique signature. Oh! Oh god. Oh god, what layer is that on? Here we go. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that'll be it for today. Mostly because I don't want to launch into the shadows yet. Shadows are a bit more of a complicated beast than I would have generally thought, but it's totally okay. I'd rather make sure I take my time and think about them first instead of get like 20 minutes in. Plus, I want to keep that work on the stream. Anyways, as always, guys, like, subscribe, post, all that stuff. Yeah. And see you later, too, Mr. Snowy Yak. Thanks for hanging out with me, dude. It was awesome. Fun talking about the differences in cultures and words and usage and learning things. I'm glad I could educate you about Canadian bags. Thanks, Ford. Appreciate it, man. All right, guys, we'll take it easy. I'll make sure to load this up on YouTube and share it on my Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. But until next time, guys,